I'm Sarah, I'm from Tafwa, and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
My name is Freddy, I'm from Gamiatong. I listen to Mario on the traffic jam every afternoon.
Hi, my name is Salah, I live in Asinu. Today FM rocks.
My name is Denasa, and I'm from Lutoka, and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Mulamila. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM. It rocks in Raki.
I'm Mary from Mandera. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
We love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News Tonight. Claims that alleged knife attack and suicide prompted by land dispute. Nandi International Airport renovations affecting border security, claims police. And Prophet Muhammad's birthday celebrated. An alleged land dispute has been identified as what caused a man in Navor to allegedly commit suicide after attacking his daughter-in-law with a K-knife. FBC News journalist Roland Karoy spoke to the family of the deceased, who are still in shock over what happened yesterday.
Bloodstains, evidence of what happened here yesterday. A 73-year-old man is alleged to have chopped his daughter-in-law with a K-knife, injuring her in the head, arm and back. Witnesses say that after realizing what he had done, he fled and was later found in a bush behind his house. He is alleged to have committed suicide while his daughter-in-law is in hospital. The deceased son and husband of the woman in hospital, Ajay Sharma, told us that he was away in the Western Division looking for work. He claims it all started because of a land dispute.
My father was wanting to build a house on this land and he was being helped by a lawyer overseas. The same lawyer wanted $2,000 from my father. I told my father not to give it because he had given him $1,000 already and he left for overseas. But he insisted, saying the police would guarantee it. He demanded the money from my wife and told her if she doesn't pay it, then she has to leave the house. I wasn't worried because he was old and old people say these things.
He claims things escalated quickly after the wife said she didn't have the money, resulting in the knife attack.
After he attacked her, she was walking on the road. There was a wedding happening on the road and there were police officers there. They took her to the hospital. He cut her on the face, arm and back.
So what allegedly started out as a land dispute has resulted in one person dead and one in a critical condition at hospital. Police have reiterated their concerns for people to talk about their issues and not resort to violence, especially during this festive season. Roland Karoy, FBC News.
The visibility of police at Nandi International Airport has been hindered by the current renovations underway, claims Acting Police Commissioner Isikeli Lingairi. While addressing the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs and Defence, Lingairi said this is affecting border security. Rachel Nath with the story.
The police force was asked to vacate their office and move to where Langari says they are not as visible as before.
Before the project was undertaken, the police was well seen by the members of the community, and we have our signboard.
Meanwhile, Airports Fiji Limited says no airport agency has been relocated during the renovations without their consent and cooperation. AFL goes on to say Border Police Office was in a part of the airport's operations building not visible to passing passenger traffic. The police office has been moved about 40 meters from its previous location in the building that now houses the domestic terminal.
At this very moment, I don't see any police around. There is a lot of people here, so we need more police.
Fiji is home to me, and regardless if I see a man in uniform or not, I feel safe.
Police should be around when overseas flights comes in. Right now, there is no policeman. It's just for people's safety.
The renovation of the Nandi International Airport is expected to be completed by next year. Rachel Nath, FBC News.
Muslims all over the world and in Fiji are celebrating the birth of Prophet Muhammad today. Shireen Shivan reports a 3-hour celebration was held in the capital city this morning, and hundreds of Muslims turned up to honor his message, Islam.
It's a time of coming together as a community. On this day, Muslims visit friends and relatives, and families gather to mark the birth of Prophet Muhammad.
Prophet Muhammad's teachings, the way we live, the way we eat, and everything that we do is because of our beloved Muhammad.
Prophet Muhammad is so important because through him we receive our namaz and all the 5 pillars of Islam.
One of the most important Islamic celebrations in Fiji, many see this as an opportunity to proclaim and rejoice the Prophet's teachings.
That Fiji is one of those beautiful countries in the world, perhaps one of the few, that has equal status and equal treatment for all religions, and the people enjoy freedom to espouse and preach whatever religion they want in whatever fashion they can.
President Major General retired Chochi Konrote has thanked the Muslim community for their contribution in the development of the country.
It's whether in business, agriculture, education, or in any other profession. Leaders in our Muslim community in Fiji have demonstrated discipline and a dedication to excellence that has uplifted your communities and uplifted our nation as a whole.
The values taught by Prophet Muhammad formed the foundation of Islam and carry meaning for all of humanity, irrespective of cultural, ethnic and religious backgrounds. Shireen Shivan, FBC News.
The fight against violence against women must continue throughout the festive season. Minister for Women Mereseni Vuniwaga made the comments, saying it must not end at the culmination of the 16 days of activism. Dokasa Rainima has more.
Minister for Women, Children and Poverty Alleviation, Mereseni Vuniwaga reminded officials in her ministry that gender equality must be inculcated into their everyday work.
Our role is too important to take lightly. And I wish to remind us that it is this season that we note the highest number of child abuse and violence against women cases. Let us remain true to our roles while we enjoy this season.
Vuniwaga also acknowledged the work of church leaders who have been preaching the same message.
I've been really happy seeing the efforts of stakeholders that have come out during these 16 days. I'd like to particularly mention the Council of Churches, and they've been really out there and declaring a Sunday as Break the Silence Sundays. All across the churches they've been preaching about violence against women and even coming up with a video in conjunction with the UN Women.
The message was relayed during the ministry's Christmas dinner on Friday. Tokas Renima, FBC News.
Coming up on FBC News, Pacific Aviation officials meet to strengthen industry. And early Christmas presents for St. Mina's children. Stay with us.
My name is Siobhan. I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Mirchi FM क्योंकि Mirchi FM is #1 in music. Mirchi FM is hot.
I am Suresh Chand, वैतुरी नसूरी से बोलता हूँ। जैसे आँख खुलती है, मिर्ची FM मुझे मस्त कर देती है।
I am Viren from Zambula. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Rizwan Khan.
Hi, and my name is Mohammed Sufyan. Batu Pahe, and Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Vishal Maharaj. I'm working for Washington Council as a market master. I love listening to Mirchi FM.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. 3 men appeared in a special court sitting in the Nausori Magistrates Court today charged with drink driving. The court has ruled that Simivi Ratumaimuri, John Embera and Sakarai Sivo will pay cash fines and their driving licenses be suspended for 3 years. Ratumaimuri will pay a fine of $500, Embera is to pay $200 and Sivo to pay $400. Another man, Apakuki Sumudha, is expected to be produced in court tomorrow. Police Director Traffic Mahesh Mishra says this should act as a deterrent to others, especially this festive season, as police will not let anyone go for breaking the law. In an effort to strengthen the aviation industry and keep it up to par with the fast-changing world of technology, Airports Fiji Limited today brought together aviation officials from small Pacific Island states to discuss issues relating to the industry. The meeting in Nadi will continue throughout the week. Anna Ravulo has more.
The International Civil Aviation Organization workshop not only aims to support small island states, but also ensure a safe, integrated, efficient and sustainable air travel in the South Pacific.
I think the most crucial thing the Pacific can do is to work collectively as a single voice. I know, of course, as we can share on the rugby pitch, we are all different and we have our own national aims, but at the same time, as close together as we can work with our common aims, this is important. And then we have a strong voice on the world scene.
AFL Executive Chairman Fayaz Khan says they want small island states to be recognized and to be more visible to larger and more developed countries.
The idea behind getting the Pacific Island states to be together, and all of the states, I believe, have come from long and far, and we're really grateful that they have done so. But it brings people together to share the challenges that they have, and it's only when you openly and in a transparent manner share the difficulties and the challenges that you have, you can find your common goals and solutions that you then work upon.
Khan adds the workshop will also discuss how to improve or better the air navigation and ground aids facilities in the Pacific. Anna Ravulo, FBC News.
Attorney General Ayaz Said Qayyum has clarified the amendments to the Land Sales Act in 2014. Said Qayyum says the Fijian government introduced a number of changes of the Act to regulate the sales amendments in Land Sales Act. He says the Act allows a foreigner to buy land for tourism, industrial and commercial purposes anywhere in Fiji without restrictions. However, he says there are some strict conditions while buying state and freehold land for residential purposes.
The practice has been that non-residents have only been interested in acquiring freehold land for residential purposes and leaving it undeveloped for decades with no interest shown in leasing e-Tauke land or developing e-Tauke land. The amendments to the Act are designed to ensure that non-residents do not simply purchase state land or freehold land without undertaking any development and without making any contribution to the Fijian economy.
It's the season of giving, and an author who is also an artist from the Western Division decided that this year she will give back to the children. The St. Mina's Children's Home in Nadi had an early Christmas present when they received books about the different features of Fiji, which was made especially for them. Author Penelope Casey says she was inspired after seeing that the orphanage hardly had books for children.
You know what, I think one of the biggest pleasures of being an artist, and then also the biggest pleasure of actually having the books, is to give them back to the children. To see them smiling and actually drawing and colouring in, it's just the biggest reward in life as an artist as well.
Now to sports, here's Jamie with all the very latest.
Nagataki and good evening. After the break, Fiji finishes 5th in Cape Town. A new winner crowned in NCC. This and more coming up.
Mrs. Manin Rabu from Batam. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
I'm Sela Sadakau from Vatukola. I only listen to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Golaganaka, I'm Vale and I'm working at Golden Grove Resort, and I love listening to Gold FM because it plays a really wide range of classic music.
I'm Saini Sakio from Kashmir Lotoka. I like Gold FM, but only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The Vodafone Fiji 7 side will have to wait another year to end its drought in South Africa. The team's dream of winning this year's Cape Town Sevens tournament were dashed after a 31-26 loss in extra time to England in the Cup quarter-final. Rohit there with the story.
Travelled over the 10-metre line. Immediately on the charge, Mota Ntangi for Fiji. Mota Ntangi. And a good start for the Fijians.
Fiji had defeated England 26-12 in the Dubai 7 semi-final, and a 19-0 lead in the first half looked good for another victory over the English. England responding with 2 tries for Fiji to lead 19-14 at the break.
Joini. And there he is, Luchu Mailangi will go over for Fiji's 3rd try.
Kitsone Talinga scored 1 more try in the second half as both teams were locked at 26 all at full time, with England's Dan Norton scoring the winner in extra time.
Dan Norton over the halfway. Dan Norton, 22, Norton, the money man will go over, and that score takes England.
Fiji then went on to beat USA 28-12 in the 5th place semi-final. Fiji defeated Kenya 33-21 to finish 5th in the tournament.
This time round, well deserved.
Learning, and we just didn't finish off the game against England. And this game you have to take your opportunities and finish your opponent. It's a very tough game.
Captain Osea Kolini Sau adds that the team is on a learning curve with some new players and a new coach.
I'm happy with the boys. You know, we have a change in coach and some new boys coming in. And I'm happy the way the boys stand up after losing in the quarterfinals.
The next stop on the tourney is the Wellington Sevens, which will be played on the 28th and 29th of next month. Rohit Deo, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, Fiji has slipped to 3rd place on the World 7 Series points table. South Africa maintains the lead with 41 points. England has moved into 2nd spot with 39, while Fiji is on 32. Scotland and New Zealand occupy 4th and 5th spot with 27 points each. And the pools for the Wellington Sevens have been drawn. Fiji has been 2nd seeded in Pool B with Australia, Japan, and run-up of the Cape Town tournament, South Africa. Pool A will have England, Kenya, Argentina, and a 16th team. Host New Zealand is joined in Pool C with USA, France, and Samoa, while Pool D has Scotland, Wales, Russia, and Canada. Meanwhile, England won the Cape Town tournament, edging host South Africa 19-17 in the final. Here are the highlights.
The loose ball, Chris Try, gets inside, Chris Try, it's over. Wait. BB once again, much better from England. They could go all the way, and the angle could be a better one. Richard gets Carpentier, gets tracked down, but I think it's over. So close. BB, the skip pass is at the money ball. It is to Denilton. Team, Speckman, Roscoe Speckman, hoping for a kind bounce. It's Roscoe Speckman. Wow, he has been sublime. South Africa, Mitchell, the captain, the skip pass, is that the money ball? McConaughey cuts in, it is the money ball to Bernakok. Bernakok needs to work hard to get back in field, he's dotted it down. It is all up to the kick. Justin Gedult's kick has gone wide. That is the end of the cup final, and England are victorious here in Cape Town. What a match, Paul.
Concerns have been raised on the fact that none of the players in the Vodafone Fiji Sevens side have been contracted. Former coach Ben Ryan tweeted after the Cape Town Sevens, thanking players for the effort and requesting that Fiji Rugby Union provide players with contracts. Ryan also mentioned that some sponsors have pulled out and the FRU lacks funding. FBC Sports did report on the issue of player contracts a fortnight ago, and FRU had said that they were working on the contracts. Meanwhile, FRU released a press statement this afternoon expressing its disappointment at Ryan's constant remarks about the Fiji Sevens team and his ongoing tweets about their performance. CEO John O'Connor says that while they appreciate Ryan's contribution to Fiji rugby and the success achieved through his leadership of the Fiji Sevens team, he has chosen to move on to other challenges which the FRU respects and have accepted, but it seems it is difficult for Ryan to move on. Furthermore, the FRU confirms that there is no truth in Ryan's comments that FRU has lost its sponsorship and funding. The FRU says they are in ongoing discussions with the Fiji National Sports Commission and its sponsors in relation to the contracting of the men's and women's Sevens team players. Press Football Club is the new winner of the Vodafone National Club Championship. The side defeated Suva's Mbureta FC 4-2 on penalty kicks in the final at Baz Govind Park yesterday. Press FC goalkeeper Vilame Tambudala proved to be the hero for his team, saving 2 penalty kicks. Earlier in the semi-finals, Mbureta FC beat last year's winners 4R Electrical FC 2-0, while Press FC defeated Blues Club by the same scoreline. Here's the action from the semi-finals. Fijian wonderboy Roy Krishna scored his 6th goal of the season for his Wellington Phoenix side in their 3-0 win over the Central Coast Mariners. The victory was a sigh of relief for the club after former coach Ernie Merrick resigned earlier in the week. Britain's Anthony Joshua successfully defended his IBF heavyweight title with a third-round stoppage of Eric Molina in Manchester. The Chelsea football side has moved to the top of the English Premier League points table with a 1-0 win over West Brom. And in other matches, Manchester United beat Tottenham Hotspurs 1-0, while Liverpool and West Ham played to a 2-2 draw. That's it from sports this evening. It's back to Jackie now with weather.
The Weather Office was spot on with their predictions yesterday, with rain experienced in all centres today. Nadi Bai and Lambasa share the lead in today's temperature chart at 32 degrees, while Suva remains the coolest at 29 degrees. If you were expecting a bright and sunny day tomorrow, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this rainy weather is here to stay, so get those umbrellas out. Our further outlook, it may clear up by the weekend, but keep that umbrella handy over the next few days. And recapping the main stories for tonight, claims that alleged knife attack and suicide in Navo yesterday prompted by land dispute. Nandi International Airport renovations affecting border security, claims police, and Prophet Muhammad's birthday celebrated. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Now to the results of our poll question last week. The question was, is Fiji capable of hosting the World 7 Series? 65% said yes. This week's question is, should drunk drivers' licenses be suspended on the spot? To answer, visit our FBC website. Remember to send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC_news or simply hashtag FBC News. I'm Jackie Spate, FBC News. Good night.
Nimbula binak, datang goleh apa ni? Luknitang, ando talitak na warong, ena radio Fiji One, ando may biti na bongan ni Benian.
Sada la bina, wiada welena ni wenibolo, uga tormay na uroi sasa, nabi ngotang watake ngita umata, mantola biana radio Fiji One, nakundo wano ngetiana news.
Ni sampula na elang go api ni sarat may koro ena kasi, auto bagarong ena radio Fiji One bongan ni Benian.
Na Radio Fiji One nandu may biti na bongan ni Benian.